to work on their own bikes? Who pays someone to fix their flat tires for them? This is pathetic. And you know, it's not pathetic. Well over half my clientele, I am almost positive, they're calling me out not because they can't do something, but because it makes financial sense to call someone else out and pay them to do it. Because they have a professional job that pays them high six figures, $200, $300, $400 an hour. And it makes financial sense instead of them wasting 2 hours to do something. They call me out, I get it done in an hour, and I charge them around $100. And they're saving money because that hour they could have spent working on this, they could spend working on their job and making 3 times just as much to 3 times more money. All right. So bike repair for a lot of people is saving people money. It's not costing people money. And if you understand that that market is out there, then you can make decisions on your business to how best suit their needs. All right. And a lot of bike mechanics, they get a little hoity-toity. Okay. They think that they're electricians. If you do your own electrical work at your house, you're going to probably kill yourself. You're going to burn your house down. You got to call me. If you do your own work, you bleed your own brakes, you're going to die. You got to call me. No. Most bike repair is landscaping. What does that mean? A landscaper does not go out and mow your neighbor's lawn because they don't know how to do it. Okay? It's pushing a lawnmower around and spreading some fertilizer around. It's not that difficult. The person who there is some people that can't do it, I'm sure. But most cases, people who pay for landscaping, they will make just as much or more money working their real job than doing their landscaping. And that is kind of what bike mechanics are. And that is why the mobile business idea I have, that a lot of people have adopted, is way more valuable to the consumer, to the person paying for bike repair. Okay, if you run a regular bike shop, your 6-figure guy, he has to drive to your bike shop, at least 10 minutes usually. Go into the bike shop, talk to the bike guy, then drive back home. And then he has to go back and pick it up. That's like an hour of their time spent getting their bike fixed. Okay? With me, I have customers, I know that they can work on their own bikes, but I'm saving them even more time because I go to their house, I work on their bikes. Over half the time, I don't even talk to them. They just open the garage, I fix their bikes, I send them an invoice, they pay it. It's less than 5 minutes of their mental effort, their time, to get their bikes fixed. All their bikes fixed. So I'm providing a service similar to landscaping. And in this K-shaped economy where there's a lot of people that have money and there's a lot of people that don't have money, catering your business to the people that have money is the way to go. And you know, it is sad sometimes. I get calls for people who use their bike as transportation, not because they want to, but that's the only transportation they have. They call me out to fix their flat tire, and I feel like yelling at them like, dude, watch YouTube, buy a 15mm wrench and do it yourself. You don't even have $500. What are you doing calling me out to fix your bike? This is stupid. Should I say that to them? Let me know in the comments. I usually just try to give them a discount where I'm not losing money, but I'm not charging them as much as I could possibly justify charging. But yeah, so my business is set up to save people money. I'm literally providing a service that saves them money when they factor in the opportunity costs of their job versus doing something else. And I had a guy in the comments section. I talked about the banker and fisherman banker and fisherman. I'm getting a brain freeze. Anyways, he's like, I've seen a lot of bankers go on vacation. I've never seen a bike shop owner go on vacation. And I was like, I go on vacation 2 months out of the year. From November to March, I'm working like 5 hours a week. I go out, I go on vacations. But the thing is when I go out to Arkansas to visit my in-laws, I can't justify the cost to fly out there. You know, I run the numbers. I have to spend the 3 extra days of driving out there versus flying because I got all the time in the world. So yeah, my vacations are a little longer because I can't always justify paying for the airfare and the car rentals, okay? If you make money and you're taking a vacation, you can't justify spending 3 days to save $2,000 on airfare. You know, that doesn't make any financial sense because you would be making way more than that at your big boy job, your big girl job, okay? So this type of career field, it's not for someone who has the ability or the desire to be a lawyer or be a doctor or a PA or whatever that makes the big money. But like if you're in a position where you're working at a bike shop or you're working at some manual labor job, you know, there's nothing stopping you from just putting a decal on your truck and getting some insurance if you want it. If you have anything that they're going to sue you for and take, like whatever. But there's nothing stopping you from just starting to fix flat tires in your evenings, you know, and making okay money at it. So that was the point of my last video. And this video, I'm just trying to explain the reasons why people pay for bike repair. And if you understand the reasons why, then you can make decisions based on those reasons instead of just shooting in the dark. But yeah, so this is Greg's Bike Life you're watching. This is my Bike Life shirt. This bike I designed after my real custom AliExpress titanium hardtail here. It's 20 bucks. I make $1.93 on it. If I had like 5,000 people buy this shirt, I could pay someone to mow my own lawn. I could be up there. If I got all the subscribers in the world, you know, I've said it before, I'll say it again. My subscriber to watch ratio is crazy low. Did the math. Every subscriber I have, they've watched 7.5 hours of my content. And I don't even have 7.5 hours of my content. So the majority of people watching my videos haven't subscribed. Which is kind of a bummer because, I don't know. People need to subscribe to my channel. Should I show you my rookie, amateurish lawn? I think I will. We'll come up. I'll cut this, I'll show you my lawn, and have a good day, everybody. My cat, I was getting a little uneasy in the video. My cat was on my roof. He's like, what is Greg yelling at in his truck? And I want food. Buttons, what do you need? You want some food? Okay, I'll get him food and then I'll show you my fancy lawn. Look at my fancy rocks, Xeriscape. I didn't choose this. The homeowner before me chose it. But yeah. Oh, he's rolling around on my truck. You're gonna scratch up my nice Mako paint job? Is this a professional lawn? Look, the grass is growing into the weeds. I went to Costco. I got my fertilizer and weed feed. The weeds are down to a minimum. But yeah, this is not landscaper grade lawn work. Look, I'm not edging my curb. You know, the grass is just growing into the cement. Not professional, not professional. So when you work on your own bikes, this is kind of what I think your chain is 2 links too long. And you have not been wiping your seals on your fork. And your seat post dropper needs to be lubricated. You need to put grease in your seat post dropper, all right? So, have a good day, everybody.